more importantly, thank you guys for stepping up and taking leadership roles. We are a national organization with a local feel. So sitting on the board, you guys are really the connection to our national nation, as we're calling it. And executive office is so proud to have you guys. It's really important that this should go without saying, we need to be a united front, and getting along with each other, although we might have difference of opinions, is really going to be critical, not only just in our everyday planning events and whatnot, but as we advocate and as we go to the Hill and we take the issues that we are facing, especially in this time, to our government. And if we're not a united front, and if we don't have each other's backs, there's no way we're going to make any headway. So I would encourage you guys to not only sit on your board as a united front, but really connect with nationals as well. Get involved in the national level. You know, maybe sit on the PASC after you've been president a couple times, very scary. Or, you know, maybe you want to sit on the national board, which is great. But mixing and mingling with your national sisters will so much enrich your life personally, professionally, and in NAWBO. I can't tell you the 5 years that I've been a NAWBO member, the friendships and the mentorships that have been cultivated have really propelled me to be the businesswoman that I am. So this is not just a shameless plug for NAWBO, although it is. It's a shameless plug for you to reach out across the nation. You have this band of sisters, and why not lean into that? I can't say enough for the national organization, and you know, we're all going to be doing yoga here pretty soon, and that's going to happen across chapters, and that's such a great way to unite and show how really truly powerful we are. So my final words as your PASC, I'm always here for you. Megan knows that, and have each other's backs more than anything. Show grace to each other. You know, be firm and kind, and really share ideas. And remember that we are all in this together, and we are all scared of what's happening right now. And so it's time to be kind and to unite. That's all I have to say. I have a learning pod that's happening down in my living room. So the first day of kindergarten has not been kind to Julie. So you guys, congratulations, and I look forward to talking to all of you very, very soon, okay?
Thank you, Julie. So Andrea Vizcaya. I am a relationship manager at TD Bank, and I am a co-chair of events for NAWBO South Jersey chapter. I'm going to introduce our first speaker, Lucy Beard of the Alice Paul Institute. The Alice Paul Institute is a not-for-profit 501c3 corporation based in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, at Alice Paul's birthplace, Paulsdale. API was founded in 1984 as the Alice Paul Centennial Foundation to commemorate the centennial of Alice Paul's 1885 birth. It was an all-volunteer effort until 2000. Today, 7 paid staff, dozens of volunteers, and a board of directors oversee the Institute's activities. API furthers the legacy of Alice Paul and her life's work for gender equality, and also takes a leadership role in bringing recognition to organizations and historic sites that honor women. Today we have with us Executive Director Lucy Beard, who has been active with API since 1994. First as a volunteer and a board member, and from 2000 to 2007 as API's program director, establishing interpretive story for public visitation at Paulsdale and creating the Alice Paul Leadership Program for Girls. She has been the executive director at API since 2012. Lucy and her husband live in Mount Laurel, only a few miles from Paulsdale, and have 3 children living in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Welcome, Lucy.
Hi, thanks, Andrea. And hello, everyone. Good afternoon and happy Installation Day. It's nice to see you doing this today. I am here at Paulsdale in Mount Laurel and with Alice behind me. And just want to say hello to all the NAWBO sisters. We are here at the Alice Paul Institute are really proud to partner with NAWBO South Jersey on many initiatives. I think the last public event that was held here was, it feels like 5 years ago in March, was a NAWBO mixer, one night here in March. Gosh, that feels like a lifetime ago. And many NAWBO women have been mentors to our GLC, our Girls Leadership Council, and we always feel great when we have NAWBO women here. This is the 100th anniversary of women winning the right to vote. So I hope that all of you are celebrating tomorrow, celebrating that right and using it. That's our message to everyone is please get out and vote, use your voice. You can't be heard unless you do. And we're looking forward to whenever we can all get together again, the coming year with a lot of programming around voting rights and access to the vote, on leadership development for our girls, which is continuing virtually, and hopefully will be in person at some point this year, and to continuing our advocacy for the Equal Rights Amendment. So please get involved and come and visit. Thanks for including me today. I love knowing this tribe. This is a really good group of women, and good luck in your coming year.
Thanks, Lucy. Our next speaker for today is Dr. Joanne Connor, who is Chief of Staff to the President and Liaison to the Board of Trustees of Rowan University. A member of the senior leadership team, oversees a wide variety of strategic initiatives and works closely with external constituent groups. She is responsible for ensuring progress on major university-wide initiatives and advises the president on matters affecting the university. Dr. Connor spent 13 years in K-12 education and as a special education teacher and as a principal. She earned her bachelor's degree in Spanish from St. Joseph University, a master's in school administration, and a doctorate in educational leadership from Rowan, where she is also an adjunct professor. She has 3 children and resides in Haddonfield. Welcome, Joanne.
Thank you so much, Andrea, and thank you to the entire NAWBO board. I'm honored to be here to give you an update on the inaugural, very exciting Women's Conference of South Jersey that we had planned for spring, and unfortunately things got a little bit sidetracked. So a quick update for everybody, and we're so grateful to have NAWBO to partner with and other organizations that have already said that they're interested in furthering this important work. Is that where we were in the process was about to select our speaker, and we're looking at some pretty high-end speakers. I think that it will generate a lot of excitement when we're ready to have an in-person conference, which I think for the inaugural conference especially is what we would like to do. So we want to wait until we can bring everybody to campus. We were originally looking at having the conference over spring break so that we could have ample parking and space on campus. So we were about to select our speaker and send out the save the date. And then of course the pandemic hit, unfortunately. But we are still planning to move forward and very excited for when we're able to do that. So we will still have the Women's Conference of South Jersey, which we hope will become an annual event. I've been working with some of the NAWBO board members, and I'm very excited about the content that we're putting together and what that day might look like. Starting out with a pilot type of event, but again with a national speaker, in a $25,000 to $35,000 range speaking fee. So big time speakers we'd like to bring to really make a big splash for our first conference, because it's time that South Jersey gets its own. And so we know that the Women's Conference of New Jersey has, I think last time it had around 700 women. It's time for us to have our own. And I know that you all agree, because there's important work to further, and it'll foster the networking and the camaraderie that we all need and depend on for our businesses to thrive. And it is certainly time. Thank you, Beth. And so we're excited to get this work started. So as soon as we get a sense that we're going to be able to do it in person, we're going to get that save the date out. We'll secure our speaker. And so you can look for that information soon, and we welcome everybody to come with us and to partner on this exciting venture. So thank you very much for having me, and thank you for the work that you all do.
Thank you, Joanne. Fortunately, Congressman Andy Kim cannot be here with us today. However, there will be a video. Just a short bio. He was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 2018. He represents the 3rd Congressional District of New Jersey, which stretches from the Delaware River to the Atlantic Ocean, encompassing most of Burlington County and parts of Ocean County. Congressman Kim grew up in South Jersey, the proud son of Korean immigrants. His father and mother raised Andy and his sister in South Jersey because of the top-notch public school system and safe communities. Andy attended public school K-12 schools and credits the quality of this education with helping him become a Rhodes Scholar of leading national security expert. Andy is a dedicated public servant who believes service is a way of life. He worked as a career public servant under both Democrats and Republicans and served at the Pentagon, State Department, the White House National Security Council, and in Afghanistan as an advisor to General Petraeus and Allen. He currently lives in Burlington County with his wife and 2 boys.
Hi everyone, this is Congressman Andy Kim, and I just wanted to thank you for letting me take a moment during your meeting as you're getting your board up and running for the year to be able to just say a few words. I wanted to start by just saying thank you. Thank you for what you are all doing for your community, for our small businesses here in South Jersey, as we're doing everything we can to be able to help them get through this most difficult of times. I'm on the Small Business Committee in Congress. I'm the only member of Congress from New Jersey on the Small Business Committee. So I've really made it a personal mission of mine to be able to look out for the businesses of Burlington County and Ocean County and across all of New Jersey, across the country, as we know that they are experiencing the toughest times of their lives. Right now, small businesses have their backs up against the walls and they have a long road to recovery, and they need every and all help to be able to get through this. Work like the work you're doing to be able to keep people connected, share information, share best practices, be able to funnel and direct and connect people to resources that they need to be able to get through this is so critical. I've seen it with the work that I'm trying to do and our Small Business Committee has been trying to do, of just how important it is that we can have that type of reach and really be able to make sure that we're connecting in with those that need the help the most. So I look forward to continuing to work with you and strengthen our relationship, working together for our shared mission of looking out for and helping small businesses. And I just wanted to thank you for what you do and ready to stand by and help in any way I can. So I'll let you get back to it, but thank you and wishing you all the best. Please stay safe and healthy out there. Take care.
Hi guys, it's Anthony. I'm here with CAULIPOWER.
They did not pay me to say this, but I'm obsessed with that CAULIPOWER pizza.
This is Business Rockstars. I'm Brittany Lehman, and my guest today is Gail Becker, CEO and
She is the founder of CAULIPOWER, an alternative to traditional pizza.
She developed a pizza, which is now one of the nation's top-selling frozen pizzas.
After the break, a recipe that could change the way you eat pizza forever.
The crust had to get crispy. If a crust isn't crispy, it's not pizza.
Magic to turn cauliflower into pizza. Do you use magic to turn it into pizza?
You hear me now? Good afternoon. I'm Caroline Moxham. I am a commercial relationship manager for WSFS, and I also sit on the board as the secretary for the board and on the corporate sponsorship board, or committee, I should say. I'm here today to introduce Gail Becker. Gail is passionate about accessible nutrition, building brands and food advocacy, and her career path reflects that. Her experience spans journalism, political campaigns, government and marketing, having held senior positions in a myriad of industries and organizations, including Edelman, Warner Brothers, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Gail achieved all of this as the mother of two fantastic boys. When they were diagnosed with celiac disease at an early age, Gail was disappointed that the gluten-free options in grocery stores were limited, unhealthy, and frankly, didn't taste great. She left her job in corporate America to do something about it and launched CAULIPOWER in 2017 with the mission to reinvent America's favorite comfort foods to be tasty, convenient, and nutritious. As the originator of the white-hot cauliflower crust frozen pizza category, the company has been recognized as a true disruptor of one of grocery's most stagnant categories, including being named as one of Nielsen Breakthrough Innovators. Within its first 2 years, CAULIPOWER became a top 10 frozen pizza brand and captured over 2% of the $5 billion US pizza market. The company did not stop at pizza. In just over a year, the brand entered 4 new frozen food categories: rice cauliflower, chicken tenders, cauliflower tortillas, and bread replacement sweet potato toast. Today, the company is the 3rd fastest growing food brand in America, with the #1 Better For You pizza, #1 gluten-free pizza, and #1 cauliflower crust pizza, and availability in over 245,000 stores and 5,000 restaurants nationwide. Gail has become widely recognized in 2019 and 2020 for her contributions to business and entrepreneurship, including NAWBO's the Person of the Year for NOSH Best of Awards, for Entrepreneur of the Year, the Supplier of the Year Innovation for Walmart, Executive of the Year Best in Biz, Woman of the Year Big Awards for Business, Trailblazer, Women Working Mothers of the Year nominee, where she runs it, and she was named to Marketing's Home Report Innovator 25. So here's Gail.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you today. Wow, that was quite an intro and quite a group of all of you. I'm so happy to be here. You know, you spoke about NAWBO when I was at the national conference last year. It was my real first experience with the national organization. And I have to say, on that awards night, which I had brought my son to, it was incredible, not for the award or anything like that, but because I've never been in a room with so many women cheering me on, and not just cheering me on, but like fixing my jacket and, you know, getting something off my face. It was like being amongst friends, and I'm just thrilled to be here. I suppose if CAULIPOWER stands for anything, it really stands for what you can do when nobody tells you that you can't, because that is ostensibly the CAULIPOWER story. I'm going to have just a few slides here. Next slide. This was this is the house that my father owned in San Francisco. And my father was an entrepreneur. He was an immigrant to this country. He came here with nothing, and the boat dropped him off in San Francisco, and he never left. And he bought a house. He started a small business, and he lived the American dream. And when he passed, something inside me really changed. And I knew that I wanted to do something more meaningful with my life, but I didn't really know what that was. I had no idea. I just knew that I had become disenchanted with corporate America. I had sort of worked my way up the proverbial ladder and, quite frankly, didn't like the view. And so when he passed, I thought long and hard about how I could, dramatically change my life. Next slide. And so, yeah, I think like all of us who have started businesses, we found a lot of inspiration close to home. For me, it was my sons. My two sons were diagnosed at a very young age with celiac disease. In fact, so young, there was no gluten-free food in the store. I had to make everything from the cupcake, including the frosting. And what it showed me was that I really had a good perch from which to watch the industry evolve. And I began to notice, all the stuff, that junk that people that in the industry was putting in gluten-free food. And I sort of waited around for someone to do something about it, and no one ever did. And so, like many of you, CAULIPOWER is really an example of what happens when you get tired of waiting. And so I did have no food experience. Next slide. I had no food experience other than I bought it, cooked it, and ate it. But I knew that I was at a point in my life when I needed to take a chance and bet on myself. Or either bet on myself or bet it all on a vegetable. And that's ostensibly what I did. In May of 2016, I left my job in corporate America. I had been there for 16 years, and it was really probably the scariest thing that I had ever done. But I knew that this was a chance that I needed to take. And so I left in May of 2016. We launched the company in February 2017 in 30 Whole Food stores in Southern California. And next slide, here is where we are today, nearly 4 years later. We've obviously come a long way. We have 16 products. These are better for you versions of your favorite comfort foods, everything from pizza to chicken tenders. And it's really a privilege to see our products on many of yours and so many people's dinner tables at night. I should say, maybe this is a good place for me to say that anybody who's listening or participating now, I'd like to give you a free CAULIPOWER product. All you have to do is send us a direct message on Instagram. Our handle is @CAULIPOWER, and mention NAWBO, New Jersey in the message, and we will send you a coupon for a free product. It would so be our pleasure. And so that's a little bit about the company. Next slide is really where we all are today. I love this slide because, we all are sort of working our way up the ladder, and oftentimes the heroic efforts that it takes to get there really are never seen and never felt. What is the core of many of these issues? I'm not telling all of you things that you don't know, whether it's implicit or, explicit bias, a lack of women in decision-making power, how, and quite frankly, women's lack of access to money. I'm sure I'm not telling anyone in this room what they don't know, which is that, only 2% of venture capital dollars go to female-founded businesses. So I'm going to tell you all something that I know that you all breathe, eat, and sleep like I do, but it is a message that I share with people who don't know it so inherently. And that is the only way to see more female-owned businesses is to support more female-owned businesses, support each other. Find the female businesses that you like, follow them on social, share it with your friends, sign up for their newsletters, and that is really the only way to encourage more success of female-founded businesses. And so I hope that's helpful in some way. I'm happy to answer any questions. It's such a privilege for me to be here, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Gail. We have our first question.
Yeah.
What's the best advice you have for smaller businesses who are looking to scale?
Smaller, I would say two things. One, I found very early on that when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a founder of a business, no matter what size, you sort of have this, misconception that you have to know all the answers, right? That you have to have all the answers. Well, you know what? You don't. What you do have to know is you have to know what it is that you're good at and know what it is that you don't know so that you can hire around it. I think many times entrepreneurs and founders feel like they have to have all the answers. So being comfortable enough to admit what you're lacking, like I did, and then hire around it, I think is really important. The other thing that I would say is really key to success is, know your market. It's really, really hard to raise money, as I'm sure I'm not telling this team anything that they don't know. Very, very hard to.
Sorry, Gail, you are accidentally muted yourself. Could you unmute?
How's that? Is that better? Is that better?
Perfect.
Yes? Perfect. Okay, sorry about that. No, I was just saying you have to have data. You have to have the information to back up your passion. The great thing about founders is we can sell anything because we're so passionate about our business. But having the data and to back it up, to show potential investors or potential customers or potential vendors that there is a real market for your business is key. So passion, I know everybody has, but data is equally as important.
So Gail, we have more questions for you.
Fantastic.
So here's the first one. Was it difficult building a team of people who believed in your product and could make it succeed?
It was difficult. Really good question. It was difficult, particularly early on, even in the very, very beginning when it was just me and I had to find, manufacturers who looked at me like I had three eyes. You want to make a pizza crust out of cauliflower? Are you crazy? And I suppose I was a little bit. And so early on, definitely it was hard. But the wonderful thing about it being hard and the wonderful thing about those people who join you so early on is that those are the believers, and I did hire a lot of people who had the experience that I didn't and had worked in food before. But to be honest with you, I also hired a lot of people who wanted to start over, who came from another industry, who'd always been enamored for food, who wanted a life change, who was just a corporate refugee. And those have ended up being some of my best hires and have been with me for the most of the journey.
Wonderful. And I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Did anyone ever tell you your idea wouldn't work or it wasn't possible? And how did you overcome that and not have self-doubt?
Yeah. Wow. Yes, many times. In fact, I remember there was this one man who, when I was trying to raise money, and I was trying to raise money from a private individual, and he didn't really know much about food. So he had me talk to someone in the food industry, a very successful guy in the food industry. This was obviously very early on, and, wanted wanted his opinion about whether, CAULIPOWER would be worth anything. And so it was very early days. So I told him where we were, and I told him what the plans were and everything. And the tragedy is that he was so mean. I mean, I was, I have never forgotten what he said to you. He said, "I wouldn't even give you $1." And this is from an entrepreneur. Now, so was he alone? No, there were other people who said that. But the great thing is, I used that to drive me. I use that to drive me and say, I'm going to prove him wrong. Now, I still haven't called him up yet. I have his number. I have not called him up yet. Waiting for the right day. And believe me, I can't wait for that call.
That's wonderful. I think that's all of the questions I have.
Fantastic. Well, I just want to thank you. Thanks everybody. I'm so enamored with this group of people. I wish I knew about it when I started CAULIPOWER. I didn't. And I feel like it would have been a great thing to help me along the way. It's so great to have other women cheering you on. Please know that I will be cheering you on. Please direct message at CAULIPOWER so you can get your free product. And just remember, if I can do it, so can you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Caruso. I'm the immediate past president for NAWBO South Jersey. I wanted to take a few minutes to thank the board and the committees for all the hard work you've put in to help NAWBO South Jersey grow and prosper. Because of you, we have added new members and have great participation at our events and meetings. Our many corporate partners who, through their generous sponsorship monies, share our vision and enable us to offer many programs and events for our members. Our annual Beyond the Glass Ceiling Awards dinner has grown to a sold-out attendance of 250 for the past 2 years. The room is filled at our monthly events. Our membership now consists of young women and those of us, shall we say, the more mature age group. I'm one of them. Word is out about this very special organization of women. I came across this quote recently: "No matter where you are in life, inspire and empower the women around you. Success is sweeter when shared." To me, that is the NAWBO South Jersey sisterhood. We raise one another up and share all of the successes and failures. It's not a competition of any sort, just women empowering other women. For this, I say thank you. I'd like to introduce our president, Megan Ciaccia.
Good afternoon. Well, this year has definitely been interesting. This installation is like no other one we have had and hopefully won't be repeated. My 13-year-old just set off our smoke detector about 15 minutes ago, cooking grilled cheese. That wouldn't happen if we were in person at Maggiano's. Before I talk about this last year and the upcoming year, I wanted to share a little bit about NAWBO. National NAWBO is celebrating their 45th year, and we're celebrating our 17th. The unique thing about being a member of NAWBO is that we have a national presence with a local chapter experience. NAWBO propels women entrepreneurs into economic, social, and political spheres of power worldwide by strengthening the wealth creating capacity of our members, creating innovative and effective changes in the business culture, and building strategic alliances, coalitions, and affiliations. NAWBO South Jersey's mission statement is that we are dedicated to providing support, education, mentoring, and networking opportunities for women business owners and their associates in the region. Because most events have become virtual this year, I had the opportunity to participate in the President's onboarding that National NAWBO provides each year. The current chair of the National Board shared NAWBO's 4 C's of entrepreneurial women. And I thought it was interesting because I'd never heard this before presented by NAWBO. They're capital, confidence, community, and capitals. We educate and provide resources to help our members manage their working and personal capital. We build on our confidence through training and tools. We support and provide a strong and meaningful community, and we advocate for you and your business with elected officials, both nationally and locally. If you're a member, I urge you to take advantage of the virtual events through National. They have an amazing schedule of events weekly. They really, they filled their calendar of virtual events for us since everything went virtual because of COVID. There's networking events every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. You can log on to the National Networking Zoom meeting. They have lunch and learns every Tuesday. If you're not a member, I urge you to become a member because there's so much more than just what we do here in South Jersey. NAWBO South Jersey is supported by our own network of corporate partners. As part of our mission, we seek to build strategic alliances to help our members extend their reach into the business community. I would like to take this moment to thank our corporate partners who make it possible for NAWBO South Jersey to develop programs and events that help local members grow their businesses. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge all of our sponsors. If you were on and you saw the slideshow, we do have quite a few. Our gold sponsors are Archer Attorneys at Law, Rowan University, and our newest sponsor as of last week, South Jersey Radiology. Our silver sponsors are Brown & Connery, the Hart House, Networks Plus, New Jersey American Water, Parker McKay, Park Bank, PNC Wealth Management, the Rothman Institute, Republic Bank, and TD Bank. And our bronze sponsors are Alloy Silverstein, Belia Print and Design, Bowman & Company, Citizens Bank, Coit Cleaning and Restoration Services, ELEC 825, HFM Investment Advisors, Highland Levin Shapiro, Insperity, Investors Bank, Loletta Birnbaum, Morgenstern Waxman Ellershaw, St. Clair CPA Solutions, Subaru, and Wisfis Bank. Thank you all for your support and involvement to NAWBO South Jersey. We would not be the organization that we are today without you. As I sat and thought about this past year, NAWBO South Jersey has had lots of highs. We kicked off last year with our installation event in person with Kimberly Reed as our keynote speaker. We hosted our monthly Network Connects, and one of our goals for 2020 was to start providing more educational opportunities. Most of these were planned to be in the form of lunch and learns. We kicked off January with our first event. It was hosted by Ryan Harbinson of Clear Bridge Branding Agency, and he did a great presentation on LinkedIn. We had another one planned for March, and then COVID hit. So we've had to turn virtual just like everybody else. It took us some time to find our footing, but we do have some great virtual events planned. Like Ann said, our Beyond the Glass Ceiling events has been great the past few years. We don't know what that's going to look like next year, but I can assure you we will be honoring the achievements of women in South Jersey in 2021. It will not be in person with 250 people in February the way it normally is, but we will be hosting something. About our upcoming virtual events, I encourage you to go to our website and check out our Facebook page to keep abreast on what we are doing. And I just have a few brief thoughts on the board that we're installing today. We have some returning board members and some new incoming board members. We have women from all walks of life, all ages and industries, and all spots in our business careers. We have one common goal, and that is to support, educate, and mentor and network with women business owners and associates in the South Jersey region. I'm honored to be a part of this group of women. Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. The truth is that my board and these other women that serve with me, they motivate me and empower me to believe in myself, show up every day, and work towards helping women business owners succeed. We truly are a better organization because these women have stepped up for leadership positions. So I thank you all for going on this journey with me of 2020 and 2021. Okay, so now I would like to introduce Megan Patton. Megan is a business strategist who has been a management consultant, trainer, and executive coach for most of her career. She spends her time working with individuals, companies, and nonprofits to help define and implement strategies that enable peak performance and growth. Megan is the chair of National NAWBO's President's Assembling Steering Committee for the 2021 year. So on a personal note, I just shared Megan's professional, but on a personal note, towards the end of 2017, I went way out of my comfort zone and answered a post on the NAWBO Facebook group page. It was a post looking for goal-oriented women to be a part of a mastermind group in 2018. I think there ended up being 8 of us, and all of these women helped me grow to be the person that I am today. And I joke that Megan is my favorite person that I've met through NAWBO, but she truly inspires me. NAWBO core values are humility, integrity, a servant heart, team player, open-mindedness, reliability, inspiring, and communication. When I think of Megan, I think of all of these core values, and I'm honored to know her. Megan supports me, inspires me, and makes me want to be a better person, business owner, and NAWBO leader. And this is truly what our relationships in NAWBO are all about. I'm a better person for having you in my life and in my corner, Megan. So one good thing of this virtual world is that I was able to ask you to install my board. Thank you, Megan.
Great. So now I'm going to cry.
I should have warned you. I know.
I know, right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was just so kind. And it truly is an honor to be here virtually in South Jersey to install the board. I take it very seriously as the honor that it is. So you guys all ready? All right. So you have...
Sorry, Megan.
Yep.
We're just going to finish adding everyone. And
oh, perfect.
Anne is going to list or announce everyone.
Excellent. Thank you.
Anne, you are on.
Okay. Is someone going to announce everybody, or are they just across the top there?
Anne, you are on.
Oh, Anne. Okay.
Anne, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
And you're introducing the board.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that. I apologize. Okay. I'd like to introduce the Board of Directors for the 2021 year. Andrea Biscaglia, Audrey Wiggins, Chelsea Carter, Carolyn Moxham, Kate Doan, Denise Davis, Liz Bechtel, June Cernak, Maria Veglia, Megan Baum, Sandy Rapp, Sarah Cohen, Sharon Dunkel, Tiffany Donio, Megan Ciaccio, and of course myself.
Okay, you have been elected and have agreed to serve NAWBO South Jersey in your positions. Now, as I complete your charges, please reply, I will. As members of the Board of Directors, it will be your responsibility to represent the interests of the general membership before the board and assist the presidents in the performance of her duties. If you accept these responsibilities, please say, I will.
I will.
I will.
Okay, thank you. Don't go away. Denise Davis, please raise your right hand. As our president-elect, it will be your responsibility to assist the president in the performance of her duties and will assume the duties of president in her absence. You are making a 3-year commitment to the organization to serve in your new position, then as president and immediate past president. Do you accept the responsibilities of your position? If so, please say, I will.
I will.
Congratulations, Denise.
Thank you.
Megan Ciaccia, Please raise your right hand. Megan, as president of South Jersey, you will lead our board of directors and our members for the next year. You will be the public face of NAWBO to our members, our corporate partners, the media, and to the larger business community. You will also prepare your successor for next year and serve as a mentor to the other leaders in our organization, both present and future. If you accept the responsibilities of your position, please say, "I will."
I will.
Thank you, Megan. Okay, and now I will ask all of you to affirm the following by saying, "I will." Will you uphold our bylaws and the ideals for which we stand?
I will.
I will.
Will you lead NAWBO boldly, represent us proudly, and serve our members and community with dignity and pride?
I will.
I will.
Will you work to grow NAWBO in prominence, both before our members and our community?
I will.
I will.
Will you work with all board members with enthusiasm, dignity, warmth, and compassion?
I will.
Before these witnesses, you have accepted your charges. Please join me in congratulating the 2020-2021 NAWBO South Jersey Board of Directors.
Thank
And
you,
ladies,
Megan.
before you go, would you please just strike a pose? I'm going to take a few photos. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess it's my turn. I can't hear, so I hope people are seeing me. What a great program. Thank you, everybody. What a great group of women. Hi, my name is Denise Davis. I'm co-owner of Davis & Memo Financial Group and the president-elect for NAWBO South Jersey for this upcoming year. I am so excited about what we can accomplish together. I want to thank all the speakers, Lucy Beard, Joanne Connor, and Congressman Andy Kim. Special thank you to Gail Becker. I love your products. So excited to have met you. Very inspirational. Thank you. Thank you to all those who attended this Zoom event. Thank you to our sponsors, our board, our members, and our visitors. If you're not a member of NAWBO South Jersey, I suggest you contact one of us to learn how to become a member. You can also go to our website. At NAWBO South Jersey, we lift each other up. We help, we listen, we support, we speak, we provide opportunity, we make introductions, we break barriers. As Yelena Van Sant says, the way to achieve your own success is to be willing to help somebody else get it first.
That is what our diverse group of NAWBO South Jersey businesswomen do every day. I want to close with a poem from Sasha Temerty. To be a woman. To be a great woman means to know the stories of theory. A great woman knows not only her own battles, but those of the women that came before her and those that stand by her side. A great woman does not watch the others burn. She takes their stories, their pain, their loss, and she passes them on, then fights to stop them from happening again. Real women stand by other women. They do not undermine each other's goals. They fight together and help other women feel beautiful too. Let's continue to inspire, support, fight, grow, succeed, be beautiful together. Let's have our best year yet. Thank you so very much.